Okay, I'll keep admitting people as they show up. I'll try to keep an eye over there. Is everybody still healthy? Everybody still doing well?
Supposedly.
Okay, good. That's great to hear. It looks like it's sunny where you are, Bo.
Yep.
It's raining here in Tuscaloosa right now. Hopefully it'll knock down some pollen. Good. Everybody want to get started with an icebreaker?
Well, sure.
Awesome. So today's icebreaker is really not going to pertain to subject matter from class, but something I'm curious about, and then we'll talk about it after we go through. But it'll also help us get into a little bit better mood. So today's icebreaker is just your name, and then tell us what your favorite part of the online learning process is. So your name and then your favorite part of the online learning process. All right, let's start with, we'll start at the bottom. Trent, we'll start with you. You there, Trent? I see you're muted. Okay, we'll keep going. Lucas?
Hi, I go by Luke, but I
I'm
guess
sorry, I'm calling a name on the screen.
no, it's fine, it's fine. I guess the best thing about it is, I don't have to spend as much time going on campus and stuff, and I could do it all on a laptop.
Yeah, cool. How about you, David?
Yeah. I guess the thing that I enjoy the most is just what he said. I mean, I don't have to, go on campus 30 minutes before class and, whatever. And sometimes classes get canceled and stuff, and it just doesn't matter now because I'm home doing it. So.
Awesome. Cool. How about you, Allison?
I would say probably this is the only class I actually have to connect to a Zoom meeting. So it's kind of nice being able to work at my own pace and do things kind of when I need to.
Gotcha. Cool. How about you, Jet?
Probably just being able to get on without needing to get ready to go to class and do everything. I can just hop on my laptop and already be at class.
I hear you. I hear you. Jayla?
I think mine would be being able to rewatch lectures. Like if I have questions, I'll just go back and figure it out myself.
Cool. That's good. Good. Tyler?
I would say just being able to attend class anywhere I am at the moment. So instead of having to fight traffic or, walk to class, because I live like 30 minutes away from class if I'm walking. So just more convenient.
Gotcha. Okay. Trent, are you on? No? Okay.
Hey, yeah, I just figured it out. If you can hear me.
Okay, I can.
I like getting the extra sleep with online classes.
Hey, Wilson?
I just like the ability to be it's a little bit more comfortable just being able to do my own thing and be comfortable in class as opposed to having to hike all the way across campus, especially when it gets hot out and I'm all sweaty and stuff. And it just makes it miserable to attend class when it's like.
Gotcha. Meredith?
I just like being more independent and less group projects and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
I feel you. Group projects.
Daniel?
I guess I would have to say just the more sleep.
More sleep.
I feel you. I agree.
Seth?
I really hate online classes because I don't have the discipline for it.
Oh.
But I like that we have pass-fail classes now. So I guess that's a result. So I like that the most.
Okay. Everything's give and take, right?
Right.
Yeah. Lucas, you went, and you go by Luke. I got that already. Jordan?
Hey y'all. So my favorite thing about online classes would probably be like grading rubrics and stuff like that changing. Like I know in my finance class, our lowest test grade went from being 10% of your final grade to just being dropped completely. So that's kind of saving me a lot.
Nice.
Things like that, making it a little easier on everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Megan. Megan, you there? Did you freeze?
I would say my favorite part is that we get extra time for assignments. I don't necessarily have due dates. It's kind of like I have a week to do an assignment.
Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. How about you, Tommy? Tom?
I guess my favorite part is just like being able to take my class at the pace that I want to, going at my own pace.
Okay. Good. Elizabeth?
I would say just probably like everyone else, I like the fact that I don't have to go anywhere and like I'm never late for class because all I have to do is open my
All cozy in your blankie?
Yeah.
That's awesome. How about you, Trey?
I think for me, I have an 8 a.m. on Tuesday and Thursday, so not having to worry about being late to that's pretty nice.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Bryce.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess just probably like being able to do the classes like in the comfortable like in my own home, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Good. Walker.
Hey, yeah, sorry, my camera's not working right now, but I don't really think I like anything about it. I mean, being able to like do class and just like chill and like sweats all day is like cool, but I'm starting to go a little stir crazy, and I wouldn't mind being able to sit in a classroom and like be with other humans for a little while.
I hear you. Yeah. That's why I like the Zoom. I just like being able to interact with you guys just a little bit. And
Yeah,
see
it's not
you.
bad.
Yeah. How about you, Jeff?
I like everything about it. Almost everything is easier. I think my syllabus my grading rubrics got adjusted in all 4 of my classes, so I like it.
Sweet. Cool. Hey, Britton.
Hey, I just think I like the ability to kind of control the organization of my life a little bit more. It's
Oh,
kind of nice about it. I control my hours more.
yeah. Okay. Hey, Gleason.
I think I like the pass fail part of it.
Mhm.
I don't have to worry as much.
Yeah. It does take a lot of pressure off, no doubt. What's up, Nick?
Hey, I think I definitely like the leniency that like a lot of professors are kind of giving, since they kind of all understand that this isn't like what we signed up for kind of deal.
Yeah.
And they're kind of just being a little easier on everything that we're doing right now, which I kind of like, because it is, I don't like it at all, but yeah.
We didn't get to choose, did we?
No, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Hey, Olivia. You're muted.
My bad. I would say I like the convenience of how you can be in your bed and go to class, but like I feel like learning wise, I learn better in like a classroom setting. But it is nice to like be at home.
Okay. Gotcha. Hey, Gabby.
Hey, I'll be honest, I'm a senior and I've been checked out for like, the whole semester, but this is like really bad. And all my grades now, like all my schoolwork is group projects, and it's been horrible because the people that like don't want to participate just kind of like slide away, and it's like
painful.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Yeah. Oh. I understand senioritis though. For sure. I remember it well. Hey, Emma.
Hi, I like that everything's basically on my own time now, and that like deadline got extended, so I had like a week to take some tests and stuff.
Ah, sweet. All right. Will?
I just like that I have a lot more time to get assignments done now because most of my professors have extended the due dates for like most of my assignments. So it just feels like I don't have to rush to get things done now.
Good. Awesome. How about you, Lindsay?
I mean, I like that I can do my work outside. So
That's a plus for sure. Yeah. Hey, Madison.
Hey, I kind of don't really like any of it at all, actually. I wish we were back at school. I do much better in class and stuff, so I don't really have anything.
Oh, okay. Hey, Brett. You're muted, Brett.
Am I muted now?
You are. I can hear you.
Perfect. I would definitely say that my favorite part of things going online is that now, like, most of the grades are far enough in, I could go pass fail and pass all my classes. Like, the stress of graduating is over, and I can start focusing on grad school, like prep.
Ah, good for you. So tell me about grad school. Where you want to go?
I'm doing the Master's of Science in Business Analytics here.
Oh, good for you.
It's a new program starting this summer.
Yeah, I know about it, a lot about it. That's cool. Good for you.
Thank you.
Hey, Sam.
Hey.
Oh, Siri thought I was talking to him. Which Sam?
Literally. I think that I like the fact that there are pre-recorded videos, and so it's kind of nice that I don't have to worry too much about certain classes that are a little more difficult. But I do agree that like it doesn't help with senior year not being there because it feels like we're already graduated. So now I'm already thinking about different things past college when I really need to be focusing on finishing strong, you know?
Just a hint, that happens even if you're here.
Yeah, probably true.
For sure. Erica?
Hi. Yeah, I think that I like being able to be in charge of my own time and like making time management like schedules like on how I do things. And it allows me like to basically like prioritize what I need to get done instead of waiting to go to class and like figure out what I'm supposed to do. Just like do it all and manage my time more.
That's cool. Hey, Brian.
Hey, I think my favorite part is being able to pick my own schedule.
For real, I hear you. Hey, Marissa.
Hey, I like going to class whenever besides like this class you can do it whenever. But I also learn better.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. But I also learn better in like a physical classroom setting, so it's kind of difficult at the same time. So.
Yeah, I understand. I do. Hey, Dakota.
Hey y'all, I really like how there are only 2 reactions on Zoom. You can either thumbs up or applaud, and like I need like that type of optimism in my life. Like nothing's gonna go bad. You can't thumbs down it.
That's hysterical. Yeah. That's funny. Hey, Julia.
Hey, I'm not.
Your hair is on point today, girl.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'm not crazy about online classes, but I do like that everything's a bit more relaxed, so I can kind of work at my own pace.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, Tom. Daniel, Tom. Which one we call you?
Hey, Tommy's fine.
Tommy. I couldn't see the NY. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my favorite part's probably not walking to classes anymore. My house is kind of far away, so it's nice.
I hear that a lot. I've heard that a lot all day. Hey, Nikki.
Hi. My favorite part's probably being able to attend from anywhere. Like right now, I'm just like sitting on my back porch.
Yeah, that's cool. How about you, Bo?
So for me, I really like the ability just to learn at my own pace, and also the pass-fail option definitely takes off a lot of stress.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. I think we had Sam. Did you pop in here?
Yes.
Sam, I'm sorry. Sam, Lever, Jamie. Sam popped in here in class, but we're not getting any answers there. I was going to give a chance to answer. Well, that's, it's funny. So I've asked this in all of my 386 classes today. And all the answers are really pretty much the same. But the reason I ask it is because as an entrepreneur, I tend to live in the future. I'm always thinking 2 steps ahead. And so none of us asked for this or signed up for this. It was forced on us. However, now that we've all had the opportunity to teach online or to experience online learning, what's really intriguing to me and really interesting is how will this shift the paradigm in both education and remote work settings? So I'm trying to figure out like what's going to be the best model for setting up class in the fall when we get ready to do this again. And I really believe like in entrepreneurship and doing what the market demands. So I wanted to talk to you all and see like what's your favorite part of it. So that tells me what solutions that y'all value or what your values are. With all that being said, how many of you would rather keep it like this or want to come back on campus, or what would y'all like to see happen?
We better come back to campus.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this man.
Campus. I hate my hometown. I don't want to stay here. I don't want to have to be here. So.
Oh, tell me your hometown
If we can't
again.
get back to campus, football season won't be coming around, so I don't know how Alabama's going to do without that.
Yeah.
I'm from Indiana, so that's, there you go. No one even knows where that is usually, so. Because no one.
Somebody else in this class is from Indiana.
Me.
Yeah.
I actually like it here, so.
Oh, I never liked it.
That's funny.
The most depressing city to live in at one point, so.
We're also the meth capital of the world.
Are you?
True, and obesity, where we were.
Y'all are both thin and have all your teeth and no sores, so good. So good.
As far as you can see, anyway.
Yeah, that's right. So what does everybody else think? One of the things I know the university is really concerned with student retention rates, and are you going to come back? Are you going to sign up for classes? Those kind of things. What do you think? Y'all are supposed to be registering right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Like, are you saying if it's online again next semester?
Well, if it were in the fall, it wouldn't be the university's choice, that's for sure. The university's going to do everything in their power to make sure that doesn't happen. But I think this is more of I'm curious from an entrepreneurship standpoint and developing class. Like one of the questions, I asked this question in one of my other classes, and the answer I got was, I want to come back to campus, but I want to have online classes.
That's kind of pointless if you ask me. But
they didn't want to live at home, I think. They wanted to come have fun with their friends. They just really like doing class from bed.
I would rather live here, but if we're doing the whole online thing again, I don't see the point of paying for Alabama's online when it's kind of the same thing as anything else online.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of parents are really going to be super supportive of paying for a whole apartment when you could do it all online from anywhere.
That too.
Why not a hybrid, lecture days, just do it by Zoom and then go into class, for more hands-on type stuff.
I think there needs to be an online class option though for people who have less money or family issues that can't come, because it kind of just ends up screwing them over and making them fall behind. So I think that should be definitely created.
Interesting. Well, any feedback y'all have, y'all let me know, because I'm definitely going to ponder all of this and think about it. I'm not teaching this summer, but as I develop fall, I'm really trying to take the plus and minuses from everything that's happened to develop the best model and what the students want. How do you want to learn? Because ultimately, we're here for you, right? So y'all just let me know. It's kind of cool.
Honestly, for me, it sucks. Like, I am such a people person, and I need to be in the library, like on the silent floor, to really get studying done.
Yeah.
So being at home is just driving me crazy because all I want to do is like go out and lay out by the pool and then like watch TV with my mom and my dad. But it's really hard to be self-motivated. And then I personally do a lot of tutoring. Like I get tutored, and so that's been really difficult switching to that online. So even though like there's aspects that are easier, the aspects that I find easier is that since this is such a hard time, like everybody's starting to let up about things and they're trying to make it easier on everybody due to the situation, and it's not just easier for the sake of being easier, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's been really stressful for me.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I've definitely heard all sides of it like that for sure. I enjoy this myself. I enjoy it. I enjoy being with y'all too more. It's frustrating having my whole family here. My 11-year-old who likes to pop in because she wants to see you guys all the time, which means she's not doing her homework when she's doing that. But it's really interesting. So if you guys have any thoughts and you think about it, like I said, this is entrepreneurship class and we solve problems that the market are demanding. So let me know your thoughts. I'm definitely, like I said, going to be working on this over the summer to see what's the best way to proceed after all of this. Because I think we're not going to go back to everything being 100% the way it was. You don't have something catastrophic or happen like this in our lives and go back to the way things were completely. So it'll be interesting to watch the paradigm shifts, and it'd be even more fun as entrepreneurs to be on the forefront of it, for sure.
I know, like, one thing that's really awesome is everybody in like San Francisco and Silicon Valley were always told their jobs can't be online, and now their jobs are all like working well online, and they had like 2.5 hour, a one-way 2.5 hour back type of commutes on my team. So they're all like, finally, we can say it works online.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a big shift, I'm sure, in the business world, because it's so much cheaper to have meetings online.
Yeah.
Than to send people places. So it'll be interesting for sure. Well, all right. Well, let's, a couple of things. I have been going through your projects and everything's looking good. I haven't had a chance to start looking at the videos yet. I'm going to do those last, but looking through everything's starting to look great. Don't worry about those grades. Those are looking, as long as you did everything you were supposed to, your grades are looking good. If you did do everything you were supposed to, we'll talk about that when I give them back to you. But as long as everybody did what they were supposed to, they're looking good. So I'll finish grading those. We got one more assignment coming up, and I'll post that for you guys this week. And then you're going to have one more exam in this class. And that's really all the grades that we have. It was all the grades we were supposed to have. So that'll all be coming up. And then I think based on the schedule for 3D6, the assignment will be due on the 16th, and your next exam will be on the 21st. So we'll have all your grades and plenty of time for the 24th for you all to make the decision on the pass-fail. So it shouldn't be a problem for this class at all. Do you guys have any questions about any of that right now?
I do. Casey. Okay. Was 37, 38, 39 were the last readings?
Yes. And we're going to talk about that just today.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll have chapter 12 and 13 as well.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
Also, I couldn't find the video for Thursday.
And I'm going to tell you that. I decided not to post it yet on purpose because I wanted you guys to look at chapters 37, 38, and 39 because you really, really need that info. That info is the background for the video and the PowerPoint that I'll give you. And I don't want you guys to make the mistake that the video and the PowerPoint supersedes that info. It doesn't. It adds to it and tells you why. So we'll talk about that today. Good questions, everybody. Any more? No? Well, good. Well, if that's the case, then let's talk a little bit about financial statements. And now let me tell y'all this. I'm going to tell you a little bit today about like how I'm going to teach you the financial statements. I wanted you to read chapters 37, 38, and 39 because it kind of lays the foundation for what we'll be talking about. And then I'm going to give you guys a much easier way to understand financial statements. Because what I found is, like, for me,
when I was coming through University of Alabama, I was coming through getting the same degree that most of you are working on right now, and I made all A's except for 2 C's. I made a C in accounting, and I made a C in finance. And it's not that I can't do that stuff. I can. It's just that I really don't like it. And because I really don't like it, I don't really apply myself to it. So I know none of you can relate to that whatsoever, but I just didn't apply myself. For me, it was like, oh, whatever. I'm just going to figure this out later. But over my career, I have learned that being able to stay on top of your accounting and to be able to read your financial statements, it's a necessary evil. And if you can't do that, then you are not truly writing the story of your business. Not really. You need to be able to look at all those numbers and understand that what happens is your financial statements tell a story. There's 4 different houses that we'll talk about, and there's characters that live in each one of those houses. And looking at your financial statements over time tells a story, and it tells the story about performance measures. And the performance measure we'll be looking at mostly is money. As you guys learned at the beginning of the semester, most entrepreneurs who are successful don't start a business purely for money. Money is the performance measure that we look at that tells us how well we're doing. And we need to kind of keep that in mind. So, questions so far? No? Okay, what I'm going to do now is I am going to do a little share screen with you all right here. Okay, can everybody see the whiteboard? Still figuring this out on Zoom. Can you guys see the whiteboard, my electronic whiteboard?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So let's go back and review just a minute and let's see where we are. And then I'm going to give you some framework for how you should read those chapters. And then when you watch the video and get the PowerPoints that I'm going to give you, it'll kind of frame everything for you. So let's go back to the beginning of the semester. And remember, we started here. This is us. This is everything we know. We've really evaluated our strengths and weaknesses, and we know where we need to add people to build our A team, right? And so if we've got 3 of those, does anybody remember one of the major ones that I told you better have on your team from the beginning that applies to this info?
Banker.
Pardon? A banker is one of them, and that would help because they're going to read the performance measures too. Which one? What's another one? Huh?
Accountant.
The accountant. The accountant is going to be a big one right now. And you guys need to be sure that you invest in and make room for bringing your accountant in the very beginning. It's super important because what's going to happen is, as you guys read in your book, you're going to need to start setting up your bookkeeping and accounting systems. And if you set them up correctly in the beginning, then it's going to tell a fantastic story for you. And the story is going to be correct. But if it's not set up correctly, then the story might not, let me see, Daniel, trying to get back in class. Then the story might not necessarily be accurate. It's kind of like watching the news and trying to figure out right now what's true and what's not. It's kind of a pain. But you want this all to be set up correctly. So this is why you need to bring the accountant in really early. So we've got this, we've built the A team. We've learned all about making observations for what's going on in the market, about identifying problems, and we've learned all about coming up with solutions that the market is demanding. Not just a solution we think's cool, but something the market demands and that they'll pay for. So after we've done all this, then we've identified a target market or a customer segment. We have written a value proposition, and now we know we need to test these. And we've just done that through customer validation. Once we test these and figure out exactly what the right value proposition is in the exact target market, then we're ready to go on and we're ready to start filling out the other parts of the business canvas. So here, where we are, and it's so hard to write on this thing, y'all. I feel like such a complete spastic. We've got our value proposition. We've got our customer segment. We figured all this out. Now we know about the customer relationship we're going to need to establish. We know about the channels and how we're going to reach the customers. Now we're going to start looking at the other side, and we're going to start looking at resources. And one of the most valuable resources that we'll be able to look at here is money, capital. Other resources revolve around like human capital, your A team, and there's some other resources that we'll talk about. But specifically right now, we want to talk about money. So capital is going to be a resource. We're also going to look at cost, and we're going to be looking at revenue. What's going to cost us some money, and how do we set that up, and how do we make money? And so as we see here, how well we're doing is a performance measure, and we will look at money to determine how well we're doing. So everybody with me on where we are in class? It's all still building on itself. So the way that I will frame financial statements for you, and the way that I think about them that made them make so much more sense to me, is I think about it as a story. It's a story, and it has all these characters, and the characters each live in a particular house. And we're going to talk about 4 houses. I can't draw, and these look like terrible mushrooms, guys. But let's just say these are our houses. And in each one of those houses, there's a set of characters. So the first house that we will look at are going to be our startup expenses. Now, when we talk about startup expenses, this is everything that we have to spend money on prior to opening the door of our business. So you can think about this line right here. This is the timeline. That is the day we open business. And there's a variety of characters that live here in the startup expenses house. We'll talk about those and go through all of those and the possible ones, but just remember the timeline in our story is very important. And so startup expenses is everything up to the day we open. After we open, then we can start looking at the other 3 houses. Now, inside each one of these houses, like I said, they've got a name, and they have different characters that live in these houses. So the first house we'll look at is the income statement. Just like most characters in life, some of these characters have nicknames. And so they have nicknames, and we can either call them by the proper name, or we can call them by their nickname. So the income statement also has a nickname. Some people also call it the P&L. We'll need to know all those nicknames, which stands for profit and loss. We'll talk about the next one, which is one of my favorites. It's the balance sheet. The balance sheet I like a lot, because the balance sheet, one of the characters in there, it's going to tell me how much we're worth. And we like to know how much we're worth, don't we? So we look at the balance sheet. And then finally, the last house that we will talk about here is cash flow. And this tells us how much money do we really have on hand. So as we go back and look at these, the startup expenses, after it opens, we'll have a really smart accountant that will take all those characters and their values and place them into the house where they belong after you open. But you just want to leave that up to the accountant to handle, okay? Unless you are an accounting major. But who's my accounting majors in this class? We have
I'm an accounting major.
Okay, so you're the only one really who's going to get this, but unless you are Tom and you are an accounting major, how many of you in here had accounting 210? Yeah? I'm going to give you some good news, and you're about to hear the Hallelujah Choir sing. Unless you're Tom, you will never have to manually do double entry bookkeeping again in your whole freaking life. Ever. I know. Hallelujah Choir is singing. If I were preaching, I'd say, give me an amen. You're not going to have to do that anymore. And I'm still lost as to why they even teach it to the masses. Because the truth is now you guys have fantastic softwares like QuickBooks and Quicken. They're going to handle all of that behind the scenes for you, as long as you bring Tom in the beginning to set up your chart of accounts correctly. He's going to set that all up for you, and then all you have to do as you run your business is go in and pull up that software and fill in the blanks. So it's kind of, is anybody in film in this class? Film? Anybody? Well, in film, they have storyboards. And the way that they'll create storyboards is they'll have some sentences that have like a fill in the blank. And maybe we're going to tell a story about a person and create a storyboard about them. So it could be the person's name is, and you'll fill in the blank, Gina. And then a picture of Gina will pop up. Gina's job is, and then she teaches. And then maybe a red apple pops up because teachers are apples, or, you know, whatever, they like to eat the apples. And then say she works at, and then I would fill in the blank, the University of Alabama. And then maybe the logo would pop up there, Denny Chimes. Well, by the time you're finished with this and filling in the blanks, then the software, some of these wonderful softwares, pop out this cool storyboard that's going to start with Gina and teacher, and it's going to have all these things and tell a story. Financial statements and using your financial software is much the same. As long as you filled the blanks in correctly and it was set up correctly, then every month when you sit down to print out your financial statements, they start to tell you a really cool story. And the story they're telling you is how well you're doing and how much money you have. Are there some things that you need to fix? Are there places where you could grow? It tells you the whole story. And so we'll talk about that. I'll talk about that in depth on the video for you. But if you think about financial statements more of a story and characters, it makes it much less daunting and much less painful. So think about a story like this. If I printed my financial statements from a year ago and then did one every month up till today, and I started looking through them, it would tell me a story. Story of months where I was doing better, where I was doing worse, where, oh my goodness, the coronavirus quarantine hit. It's going to tell me a story. And based on the story that it tells me, I'll know what actions I need to take. So does that all make sense for everybody? Cool. Oh my God, she's going to drive me crazy. All right, so I wanted to lay this groundwork for you and let you know that what we're really going to do is we're going to learn quickly how to tell a story in a language that most of you don't speak. But if you will think about the language as houses where people live and characters in each house, makes it much easier. Most of the characters stay in their own houses. A few of them interact with each other occasionally. Like sometimes there'll be somebody from cash flow who's going to pop over here on the balance sheet. We'll see a little bit of interaction there. And I'll talk to you about those. But for the most part, everybody lives in their individual houses. And so it's going to kind of be a deep dive where you're going to be teaching this to yourselves by looking at the video that I'm going to post for you. And like I said, I didn't post on purpose because I really need y'all to read that info and lay the foundation for the why and the how this all works and the story that it tells. I really kind of want to leave it at that. I wanted to just make sure this is all clear for everybody. It's going to be a deep dive for you. You're quickly learning another language and how to tell a story in that language. And you're doing it at home on your own. So don't make the mistake of thinking that the video and the PowerPoints are going to supersede everything. They really won't. So chapters 37, 38, and 39 talk about the importance of bookkeeping systems and the different kinds of bookkeeping systems that you can set up, the ways that we do accounting, whether cash-based or accrual basis. And they talk in depth about the chart of accounts, which is what the accountant needs to come in and set up for you, because the chart of accounts is what determines which house the numbers will go in when you fill out the blank. Fill out the blanks there. And if the chart of accounts are not set up correctly, then the wrong numbers go to the wrong house and it's not telling you the correct story. That's the easiest way I know to explain all this. So questions? Anybody?
Yes.
Y'all are quiet. Y'all are good. Everybody good? Okay. Well, if everybody, what is your question? She just wants to say hi to you guys. I'm so sorry. They have other things to do than look at you.
Hi. Can I look at the other pages? Are there any more pages?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, but earlier there were more pages.
Okay. So.
Okay, I'll leave now. Bye.
I hope that's birth control for all y'all. Good Lord. Kids are hard. Kids are wonderful, but they're hard. Okay. So,
It's not that difficult.
if you guys don't have any questions about the financial statements, I really, like I said, wanted to lay that groundwork for you. I'm going to post the video for you all to watch. And then what we'll do next week, just look at we won't come back on Zoom on Thursday. I keep all my classes right. We do not, but what I'm going to do this afternoon is send out an email to all of you. I have set up something in Calendly, which is C-A-L, it's calendar, but with an L-Y instead of an E-R-A-R. And what that is going to allow you to do is as you go through this, if you have questions, you can go there and follow the link that I'll send in the email, and you can set up a one-on-one Zoom meeting with me based on like the times that I still have available. So if you feel like you need that or you want to ask questions, please go do that and set up an appointment with me. I'll send that out after class today. And I'll also send out on Thursday, I will post an assignment for you guys just to finish to help you get a better understanding of financial statements. And that'll be your final one for the semester. And then I'll finish grading. I will also I'll take a picture of like the whiteboards and I'll post that for you too. And I'll put all this in Blackboard for you. Everybody good?
Wait, when did you say you're posting the assignment?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one individual assignment or a group assignment?
I'm going to give you a choice. Some people want to do it in a group, and then some people are super concerned about the lack of motivation by everyone, so I'm not going to force you to be in a group if you don't want to be. So you can choose what you want to do. Good questions. Anybody else got a question? If not, thank you all for tuning in. It really is good to see you. I miss you all. I miss the interaction. You can see my daughter drives me nuts, so it's good to see y'all. Y'all are sanity for me. Thank you. If you guys need, yeah.
Sam, how's your family? Remember they thought they had corona last week?
We all had corona.
Oh yeah.
So
Your sister.
essentially still not that great. One was on a ventilator at one point, but they were taken off and they're good now. And then essentially just like headaches, and it's pretty rough now. So this is not a great year.
2020 has been kind of weird, huh? Well,
Dude,
I'm glad
yeah.
everything's working out.
Yeah. So make sure your family is good. Good health to ya.
Thanks. Everybody else, health is good. Everybody's hanging in there, families, friends. Okay. Listen, I'm here for you. If you need anything, set up the Zoom, reach out to me and let me know. I'm catching up with all of the other grading and things. It's been quite a workload in trying to transfer everything over to online. So if some of you had like some extra credits or some other things that you had turned in, I've kind of put those low on my priority list. I'll get to those. The higher on the priority list right now is making sure that we get everything switched over and that we can carry on with the entirety of the class and you guys get some info on financial statements. Okay. But no matter what, you'll have all your grades by the 24th. So no worries there. All right.
Wait, what day do we get out of? What day are classes done?
Jayla, I want you to tune in to me every day because I miss you.
I miss you too.
I'm trying to look because I have different classes and different classes have different schedules. So look at that schedule on the homepage on Blackboard.
Okay. 387 was probably one of my favorite classes.
I know, and it brings my heart. 387 is so much fun.
It was my funnest class since I've been to UA, and it's been fun.
Thank you. It is a fun class to teach, and if any of I think y'all are going through registration. If you're an entrepreneurship minor, come take my 387 class. We have a blast, but we learn a lot.
I'm registering for it in like 15 minutes, so hopefully I get it.
It's fun, but we do learn a lot.
Got cut short.
It's
So
good. They're doing a scavenger hunt right now. They're having to create online scavenger hunts right now. I know Jayla's already finished with hers. She's a star student.
of course.
All right, guys. Hey, have a good rest of the week. If you need me, email or set up a Zoom meeting. I'm here for you, okay? All right. Great to see you all. Stay safe.
Quick question. We have 387 on Thursday?
We do.
Okay, so no 386, but
I think
387.
so. Look at the schedule. Like I said, golly, I've got 4 classes with different schedules. So, but I think so.
No worries. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. See ya.